I'm guessing it's on now, right? I'm guessing it's on now. Yeah, alright. So, this time, we are gonna check something where somebody is mad and somebody wants to cancel Japan because Japan's got bad things. And, I heard about this video, but I didn't really check it. And I still haven't seen it yet, but just because the title kind of got my attention as a YouTuber that talks about Japan, I decided to check it out a little bit too. And what's really interesting about this is that there's like a lot of like long comments. So this person says like he's Japanese, right? That part, whatever. He's Japanese, maybe not. But I got really interested in this video because people were leaving long comments everywhere. And if you guys didn't know, I meme about any long comments, like whether it's positive or like negative. If I see long comments, I meme about it with my friends offline. So if you ever leave like long comments anywhere on the internet, and if I ever see it, 100% of the time, I meme it about you, 100% of the time. So I wasn't really interested in this video, but just because the comment section was filled with a lot of like fast typists, I got interested in this. And then I heard this video is about misinformation about Japan. I'm not really sure if that's how it is, but I'm going to check this video out today and then talk about what I know and say what's fake and what's real. Okay, everybody? Oh, and by the way, I wanted to ask you guys something here too. Where are you guys from now? Because like recently, you know, I've been just putting out videos about like America, right? But even though I talk about America, there are some people like that still find my channel like, yeah, like when you are from like the Philippines, for example. So I wanted to kind of figure it out too. And I know like 90% of you guys are from America now, yeah. America, Texas. And you know like what's interesting about this? Americans are the only people that say the state they're from instead of like the country. They don't say, oh, I'm from America. They say, I'm from Texas, New York. Your channel is very America-centric. Yeah, it wasn't like this before. It wasn't like this before. It was more focused on like weebs before. And then it shifted to like foreigners, right? And then my channel got rated by so many Americans like 3 months ago. I forgot when that happened. So then I've been kind of talking about Americans. Like my channel kind of changes based on like what people want me to talk about. Now right now, people just want me to talk about America. Thus it's happening. But yeah.
Destined for Kyushu, the southernmost island in Japan, one of several isolated locations.
By the way, do you guys know who this YouTuber is? Like, I still don't know who this is. But I remember when I decided to do a stream about this person, like a lot of people left comments on my channel saying like, I heard you're gonna watch Moon. This guy's that and this and that. He makes doomer videos. So like he basically says like everything sucks. If that's the situation, then I'm kind of excited to watch this too. I can be proud in saying I've been subscribed for years, not part of the recent American wave. Yeah, I don't seriously know why it happened. I didn't even talk about America one time, but then 3 months ago, suddenly a lot of Americans like found my channel, and I'm like, what the fuck? So,
where hundreds of Japanese people flee in the night. Around 100,000 people disappear in Japan every year. But these are not people who have gone missing in suspicious circumstances. Instead, they're part of Juhatsu, which literally translates as evaporated or
let me just do let me just be anal here. So
Instead, they're part of Juhatsu.
it's actually Johatsu. I know nobody cares, right? But that just because I am a person that talks about Japan in the Japanese language, you say Johatsu, right? It's not Juhatsu. And if you want to sound Japanese when you say whatever, what you do is here, right? So in English, you kind of say like Johatsu, right? What you do is here. You basically act like you're talking to your boss and you want to be like so plain instead of like Johatsu. You want to go like Johatsu, Johatsu. You don't even move your mouth, right? Johatsu. And then if you get better at it, you can just go like Johatsu. You don't move your mouth. And then you sound Japanese. Oh, it's this YouTuber. Lamau, this guy's a waste of time. This Moon channel is notoriously terrible. Really? But I seriously don't know, because you guys freaking know about him. I never trusted this Moon guy. See, like, a lot of you guys seem to know who this is. And a lot of you guys seem to know what he's known for, and I didn't know. And I don't really take anything on the internet seriously, so I'm kind of excited to see this video too.
Which literally translates as evaporated or evaporated people. People who voluntarily escape their lives in the middle of the night. They pack what little they can carry, leaving no forwarding address, and just simply vanish. This is...
Do you guys know why they do this, by the way?
Just a handful of desperate individuals. We're talking about the equivalent of a small city of people choosing to delete themselves from existence every single year. Some even hire specialist night moving services that help them relocate under cover of darkness.
That's a thing, yeah. Debt, work stress, avoid debt, and debt dodging. I heard a lot of the cases are usually because like work and bad relationships, and what else? You know what? This is not my. This is not something I'm familiar with, so I shouldn't say anything. Personally, I've never seen any people who've done this, but I heard it's common in Shinjuku. You know, where like yakuzas are everywhere. So it's a concept I've heard before, but it's something I've never seen myself around me in real life. So I don't really know.
To avoid detection. While some flee to the periphery, others find themselves in very poor districts like Kamagasaki and Osaka, otherwise known as the Skid Row of Japan, which have become like slums.
Shinjuku is a shithole. So like I wanted to kind of talk about this too. You know how a lot of you guys think like Japan equals Tokyo? By the way, so this is something I've asked before. What do you think of when you hear the word Japan? Everybody, tell me. What do you think of? They choose to erase their name in society to get a new life. Yeah, I heard that's like the concept, I guess. But kimono, sushi, sex. There's a version watching this now. Place Japan, Island Japan, hentai. There's like some versions watching my channel now. Not saying, sure, you can say hentai. I don't really care. I will still make fun of you, of course, for saying hentai, but you can say whatever. Girls, sure. I think of Mount Fuji. So. The thing is here, a lot of you guys are thinking about right now, it's probably based on like, you know, major cities like Tokyo and stuff too. You know what, like if you're talking about like, oh, like this and that, then sure. But 99% of like you guys usually think of Tokyo and Osaka and Kyoto, right? So, a lot of Japanese people, like 90% of like Japanese people, not 90%, like a lot of people in Japan don't live in Tokyo. So there's like this gap between what we think of Japan versus what you guys think of Japan, right? I wanted to talk about it first, because a lot of you guys just talk about Tokyo and that's Japan, but Tokyo is like one different dimension. It's so different, like even for me, yeah.
Something most people don't associate with a country known for being high-tech and ultra-clean. Some report not seeing their families for some 40 years. Their wives
Tokyo doesn't count as Japan, yeah. For me, Tokyo's really different.
Juhatsu often flee debt or brutal job situations with low pay and grueling hours. Others are fleeing domestic abuse, partly driven by society's obsession with shame and the idea that family issues should remain private at all costs. And this is far from the only disturbing phenomenon that brings us inside modern Japan, a society in terminal decline, something that's uniquely Japanese but also a deeply horrifying warning for where the rest of the West is headed. Japan is quite literally everything wrong with society.
I'm not gonna doubt that. I mean, right. There's like a lot of like weird things about Japan. I'm not gonna doubt this, by the way. No. I'm not gonna doubt this. I mean, it's obvious. I'm not gonna be mad and say like, dude, you're wrong. I'm not gonna be like that. I mean, if something is wrong with Japan, then something is wrong with Japan. Like, that's just how things are. But I really thought that was interesting. Doomer take. I don't think he's wrong though. Like, so what I wanted to say here is like, I can say this because I'm Japanese. If I say it, if I'm not Japanese, then people will get mad and like, you guys freaking start typing so fast on your keyboards, and the comment section will be filled with like all the long comments. So I have to meme about all the long comments with my friends later. But this is me saying this as a Japanese guy. Like a lot of you guys actually do think like, you know, Japan's better than a lot of countries out there, but there are obviously like bad things about Japan too, and it's obvious. Every country has like bad things and good things both, right? It's just all about what you're fine with and what you are not fine with, right? So if you are fine with like some of the bad things in Japan, then I think you might think Japan's a great country. And if you don't like those bad things about Japan, you might think like Japan's a shit country, right? But yeah, to be fair, all the countries have bad things. It's not really just a, you know, exclusive to like one country. And I wanted to mention that here, yeah. Societal trade-off, yeah. I wanted to mention how even Japanese people are aware of how bad Japan can be, because like we actually were taught how bad Japan is when we were children. Like even when I was like a 7 or 8, I grew up hearing like Japan's not the best country. Like that's kind of like the education we have here. But yeah.
Because some people in modern Japan don't.
You're Japanese, what the hell? Thank you so much for the donation.
WTH.
I do tend to shock people on the internet, not in real life ever, but like when I play games and whatever, and if I say I'm Japanese, they just go like, "No way! Speak Japanese then." And I just try to speak Japanese, and they say like, "No, your grammar is wrong. You said desu. You didn't pronounce it right." That happened the other day, by the way, when I was playing VR chat. That freaking happens like all the time. But when that happens, I just become American, I guess. Like, I can be whatever. It's really interesting. I can be whatever, but not Japanese. I seriously don't know how that works. Oh, I don't know if you guys like saw that post one night, but you play VR chat sometimes. I recently figured out that never mind.
Don't just have the will or courage to run away like the Chauhatsu. They choose a different way to retreat from society, finding themselves to a single room and rarely contacting the outside world. This is the bedroom of a hikikomori.
Okay, so let me actually talk about something here. The bottles, yeah. Do you know what they are? By the way, these bottles are, even in Japan, like that's a meme. Is Sora's bedroom? I mean, you are not really wrong actually, because like I got some like stuff here too, like this one. I definitely did something. Piss, yeah. Do you know why they do it? By the way, do you know why? Do you know why they do it? Do you know why they do it? Do you know why they piss in their bottles here? Drink it. No. Wow, you guys are noobs when it comes down to freaking like being hikikomori. Like you guys actually like didn't know about this. Damn. You guys have to learn how it works. They can drink it later. Do you guys actually think they have like all the like piss fetish and whatever? No, why? Dude, you have to be a hikikomori first and then you will learn this. So the thing is here, when you're a hikikomori, you definitely have to rely on your parents, right? Dude, like you have to learn about this. Like I just noticed nobody here is like a hikikomori. You guys have lives. You guys lied to me. You guys freaking told me you are all virgins and you keep watching anime, you never touch grass. Dude, nobody knows how it works. Like if you know how it works, then like you are like a true hikikomori. Nobody knows. Dude, you guys all have lives. Why don't you freaking have sex then? So here, this is how it works, right? If you are a hikikomori, this is a hikikomori. By the way, you guys all fake and you guys all touch grass and you guys talk to girls, so you guys don't know about this. And I didn't know. You guys were all faking how you guys were all like virgins. You guys all have sex. I don't have much life, but you still go outside and touch grass. Anyway, so like this is what happens. This is a hikikomori, right? And then hikikomori, this guy has to rely on his parents, father and mom, right? And then father and mom, they have sex. his mom gets wet, his dad ejaculates. Like that's one of the things like you have to know about. And then in this kind of situation, he is a loser, right? And they want him to grow up and actually leave the house, right? So they usually scold him. They just say like, why don't you leave the house? Why don't you get a job? Why don't you... So then this guy doesn't want to leave his room at all because he doesn't want to talk to anybody, including his mom, his parents, right? Then what happens is this. Because like, if he ever wants to take a piss, he has to go to the bathroom, right? That sucks. He might see his parents. His parents might even know that he is awake, so like his parents might even like talk to him. They don't like that, right? So they are avoiding their parents. Yeah, basically, yeah, it's that situation. And then like this is like what happens. So that's kind of like why the hikikomori happens. And the reason why I know about it is like I've been watching a lot of hikikomori channels recently because like they're hilarious as fuck, actually. Dude. Like there are some amazing hikikomori channels out there like where they are done with like life, so they meme about themselves a lot and it's freaking funny. How do they get the bottles? I actually don't know about that.
Japan's 1.5 million social recluses who have voluntarily withdrawn from society. The windows are covered with thick blackout curtains blocking any trace of natural light. Empty convenience store bento boxes are stacked in towers beside a kitchen sink that hasn't been used in months.
What? Wait, this is fake. This guy doesn't even know what being a hikikomori even is like. He has a life. Dude, he doesn't know what being a no-lifer is like. Bento boxes from a convenience store? Those losers don't even buy bento boxes. They literally freaking open like a fridge, right? They just wake up at 7 p.m. and then they go to the kitchen when like their parents are sleeping. They check the fridge and then they'll see all the frozen food in the fridge and then they warm it up and they freaking run back into their rooms. That's what they do. That's what hikikomoris do. And why do I know about it? Because I've been watching all those hikikomori channels and they're freaking hilarious as fuck. They meme about them. Yeah, they meme about them like all the time. One of my favorite channels is called Retenjadamu, actually. If you guys like want to know what it's like, I've been watching this channel. So they are not hikomoris like themselves, but they used to be hikomoris. Like these two, you know, it's a channel run by an Okinawan dude and a half Canadian dude, but he doesn't speak any English. They used to be hikomoris. They never left their rooms for 6 years, right? And then here, this is like hikikomori among us. This video freaking cracked me up like so bad too. Hikikomori among us. Like there's like freaking like 11 hikomoris here. Like they never leave their rooms, but there's only one person that has a life. And then they all have to act like they have a life, and it's freaking funny as fuck. What they say is like, oh yeah, I go to karaoke with my friends, and I was like talking to my girlfriend, and like I was playing basketball, and there's like so many contradictions, and it's so obvious like they're trying so hard, except for one person, right? Yeah, it's funny, but yeah.
Beside a kitchen sink that has.
So I just wanted you guys to know that people in Japan meme about hikikomoris too on the internet. It's I guess a serious problem, but like it's a meme at the same time. And now you guys learned.
Used in months. A gaming setup that might have once been worth thousands of dollars next to a bucket used as a makeshift toilet to avoid leaving the room. You might think this kind of setup.
Not sure about shitting. Peeing, sure, but shitting, I don't know.
Leaving the room. You might think this kind of setup belongs to a teenager, but many hikikomori are middle-aged men who have barely left their homes in years. Some live in a room in their parents' house, a situation known in Japan as the 80-50 problem. It involves elderly parents supporting their middle-aged children. There are hundreds of thousands of these arrangements across Japan, hidden behind closed doors in ordinary suburban houses.
Hikikomori never touch grass. They never touch grass. They never touch girls. And what apparently starts happening is like hikikomoris don't really have anything to do, and they eventually end up like jerking off like 8 times a day, and then they get turned on for literally everything. And there was like this one hikikomori that got turned on by his own socks, I think, and that was something. I really thought that was like next level. I couldn't stop laughing when I freaking heard the story. I was like, wow, that's something. But yeah, that's really how things work.
In America, more 25 to 35-year-olds now live with their parents than ever, the highest rate since the Great Depression. It's the same in the UK, Australia and New Zealand, and becoming more common in most European countries, where kids always used to just leave their home as teens. Instead, we just call this a cost of living crisis, but Japan shows us where this leads when it becomes permanent. Really, they're just a few years ahead of the West. The parent or parent, nearly always a single mother, are forced to accept the situation despite it bringing shame on the family. For those who won't escape or seal themselves off from the world, there's a more permanent exit route. Japan's unaliving rate has declined in recent years, but is still exceptionally high for a developed country. But what's strange about it really isn't the numbers, it's how society...
I wanted to talk about this. Suicide rate in Japan, I thought it went down a lot recently. Let me just Google it, because I remember it went down a lot recently. I heard. So this is kind of like a dark thing to talk about, but I remember it went down a lot recently. Still, it might be high up there, I guess. But America's higher now, right? And yeah, South Korea, I heard it's like a lot worse there, yeah. And Russia too, right? It's still quite high, maybe, I guess. Yeah, I mean, considering that there's like a lot of countries out there. Yeah, I guess you can say that. But you know how some people think that Japan has like the highest suicide rate? Which is not true anymore. Japan used to have like a really, really high suicide rate before, like I think it was like 10 years ago. Yeah, definitely. Now I don't know if that's true. Oh, so you know what, everybody? So Japan's suicide rate dropped a lot too, and Japan's virginity rate went up a lot too. Do you know why that happened? By the way, they enjoying life now? No. Suicide rate went down a lot. Virginity rate went up a lot too. Do you know what that is? No? Can you guess? I think I talked about this before. Something happened in Japan and something, basically, they found a meaning in their lives. Yes, VTubers and anime girls. I'm not trolling. Japanese people stopped dating girls, and they don't really care about what's out there because they can watch their favorite VTubers on their PC, on their phone, and they get happy. And I'm not trolling. It's seriously a thing. After VTubers and after all the anime girls like started being a thing, they kind of got happy. Like all those sad people, they got happy, and they just were like, Gura-chan's my everything. I want to have sex with Gura-chan. Sex. And then they do touch themselves at home, right, 24/7. But it's, that's just whatever. I hate to say that one's better than the other, but I mean, right, like Japan has like a lot of no-lifers, true. I mean, even though Japan's like not the country with like a lot of people, apparently the population of Twitter users from Japan's like the second highest in the world, right? Did you guys know about this? That really explains how much of a version Japan is as a country.
What's strange about it really isn't the numbers, it's how society views it. In most Western countries, unaliving oneself carries heavy moral stigma. In Japan, not so much. As many still believe it's better to die than live in disgrace. And
okay.
Ancient mindset dating back to the samurai era that has
Okay. So basically the logic here is like anime equals samurai equals real life. Okay. I didn't know about it myself, but again, I'm learning something new. Dude, everybody, you guys are learning together, right? You guys are learning together. Like I'm learning too. I didn't know about this part. I honestly thought it's like a you know what I mean? I didn't know about this part.
and completely disappeared.
Yeah, but again, do you guys actually think we have like samurais in Japan? Stereotype of Japanese. Yeah, so during World War II, yes, World War II. But do you guys still think like we freaking scream like kamikaze and we look like samurais? Do you guys know what Japanese people look like? Dude, dude, Japanese people freaking look like this now, right? And do you guys like they're freaking saying like samurai, kamikaze, and like, wait, what? Wait, what? Are you guys from like 1946? What is happening? Wait, who here is actually born in 1942 or like 1938 actually? Well, what is happening here? I'm just really curious. What's that short feed? Short feed? I'm not logged in right now. What the fuck? I'm not logged in now, but so it's not my recommendation. But either way. Motherfucking Ishiba Shigeru, fuck. But either way, so like I wanted to talk about this. I'm not saying like this video is wrong or anything, but like there's like this situation like that happens a lot on the internet where people talk about Japan based on what they heard 10 years ago, like 20 years ago, right? And then like a lot of people compare Japan to anime or like the history, and then when Japanese people see it, they just get so confused and they just go like, wait, what? Isn't it like what happened like 30 years ago? Kind of thing, right? And this is one of the situations I wanted to kind of mention, but you know what I mean? We ride bicycles down the street yelling, "Sex stai!" I saw some junior high school students the other day, like 14-year-olds screaming "Mango!" like actually freaking running around, which I thought was funny. Mango, by the way, means vagina. Can you guess like how Japanese students, like middle schoolers, like 14-year-olds, are running around in Japan saying "pussy, vagina," and like everybody's like ignoring the kids, and it's freaking funny.
During the 2008 financial crisis, rates soared as people viewed it as taking responsibility for their failures.
Responsibility for their failures? No, they were tired of living. That's really what happened. They were not responsible. Wait, what? Do you guys really think we are like old samurais? What the fuck is happening here? No, so what happened was, again, like they literally ran out of money, right? Yeah, they literally ran out of money and they just went like, I'm done. I'm dying. It's really that situation. It's not like I'm gonna take responsibility. It's really never a thing. Like people in Japan never take responsibility. Like I wanted to talk about this. People in Japan never take responsibility. It's the same as like any countries. Like they just kind of try to, blame it on other people. Dude, there was like this one situation where somebody messed up and then like this guy was basically blaming it on other people. Like it's really what people do in Japan too. It's not really that different.
Train delays due to human incidents are so common in Tokyo and other cities that train operators are coming up with some creative solutions, like installing blue mood lighting at metro stations and playing catchy melodies to distract people from their thoughts.
It's a thing in Shinkoiwa, Tokyo. Is it a thing everywhere? No, but it's a thing, yes.
These forms of extreme escape are all just the tip of a much bigger iceberg. They tell us about something happening on a much wider scale across Japan. Millions of Japanese people, especially the younger generations, are retreating from social life. And this all helps explain why the...
Let me talk about this. The reason why people don't date anymore is simply just because VTubers and anime girls. Like I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. And streamers too, actually. There's been a lot of girls actually that started playing games recently because they wanted to play games with those cool, handsome streamers that get girls, right? So it's not like it's not really like they cannot date anymore. They chose not to date recently because of VTubers and streamers and anime girls and anime guys, right? So it's yeah, it's a bit different here. Like that's really what's happening in Japan, and I witnessed it from my own like perspective when I was a teacher too.
Country is on the brink of a huge demographic collapse. The fertility rate has crashed to just 1.15, meaning the average Japanese woman will barely have one child in her lifetime. In Tokyo, where
speaking of that, I think birth rate is declining everywhere except for some countries. That's what I heard. I could be wrong about this too. It's all your fault, Sora. You have doomed Japan. Yeah, it's my fault. I have to cancel Japan instead. It is. That's what I thought too. But you know, like this video just got uploaded recently too, somewhat recently, and I just find it really interesting how Japan usually is the country that gets brought up when it comes down to like a birth rate. I guess like that's still like one of the points they can talk about, I guess. So it's not really wrong, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting, right?
Almost everyone lives, it's even worse, with the fertility rate falling below 1 for 2 consecutive years. For perspective, you need a fertility rate of just 2.1 to maintain your population. At this rate, Japan's population could more than halve in less than 100 years. It's actually really difficult.
Alright, so like because of this, yeah, Japan's currently trying to have more foreigners. And then like there's a huge controversy going on. I think I talked about this too. Everybody, so you know the whole like foreigner hate that's happening in Japan that you guys like hear about on the internet? It is partially true. I've been saying it's partially true. It's partially true, but then you guys freaking think of like Americans causing problems. Nobody's talking about that situation. So the whole foreigner hate, do you know who they're talking about in Japan? Do you know what nationality especially? It's the immigration problem because of this. I'm not gonna say which country. Okay, I'm not gonna say which country. I'm not saying which country. I'm not saying which country. I'm not saying which country. And you, dude, you guys will get canceled. 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 I'm not saying anything. We all know. You don't know. No, you don't know. You will get canceled. You will get canceled. I'm not saying anything. You guys have been so like, dude, what is this rage bait? What is this rage bait? Why are you guys freaking like saying some certain countries? But yeah, what I wanted to mention is like, you know, the whole foreigner hate that's happening in Japan is not really about like tourists causing problems, except for Kyoto maybe. In Kyoto, yeah, they hate everybody. In Tokyo, yeah, it's a bit more different. They're not saying fuck tourists. Yeah, they're not saying that ever. And in my area, they don't care about foreigners because like foreigners don't exist. Like when there's a foreigner in my area, dude, I brought Kikito to the Mexican guy, right? I brought Kikito to gyudon place. Everybody was staring at him. I was like, wow, that's freaking wild. And he didn't even say anything anymore because he got used to it. He stands out in Shiba. But yeah, either way, what I wanted to talk about is the whole foreigner problem is because of like immigrants, because of this situation, because like birth rate is declining in Japan. What do? Oh yeah, we should have more foreigners. So then like the government, it's kind of like trying to have more foreigners, and then some people are saying like, no, fuck that, fuck everything. Yeah, so it's that situation. Now you know, right? Now you know. It's not really like a fuck foreign tourist, fuck all the nuisance streamers that you guys hear about on the internet. Nobody's talking about that here. Most people complaining on X are netto. Yeah, and welcome to memberships. I do spam a lot of membership streams and stuff, but thank you so much for that too.
Head around what this means. Just
wait, hold on. I thought Kyoto hated foreigners, but you were saying they hate themselves. Is that true too? Kyoto hates everybody. That's what everybody knows about in Japan. It's not they hate foreigners. They hate all the people that are visiting there, even Japanese people. Even like any people that are from Kyoto, if they act like... So let me talk about this. There's like something you guys don't know about Japan. So there's like this country called Japan, right? And Kyoto's here. And if you magnify Kyoto looks something like this, right? This. And then Kyoto's actually freaking this huge, right? And then what people think about is here, this part. It's called Kyoto no nanake. I actually forgot. Let's just call it Central Tokyo, Central Kyoto, right? When people talk about Kyoto, you guys are thinking about this part. This part, not just only Gion. It's Kyoto Shijo. I actually forgot. Like the central Kyoto, like what you see on the internet, right? And then people from here literally hate everybody from anywhere if they're from outside of this place. They only like the people that are even like they hate the locals too, so I don't really know, but they have the culture of just basically hating everybody. But that's kind of what Kyoto is like. I wanted you guys to know about it. It's a bit different there.
Imagine the town or city where you're living in right now and cut half of everyone out of the picture. We're talking ghost towns, hospitals without staff, trains and buses without drivers. Low birth rates are definitely a global issue, dropping below replacement levels across Europe and the US. You'll struggle to find a Western country where fertility hasn't hit record lows. Across the UK and most of Europe, women are just having one child at most. And if we carry on like this, by 2100, only 6 countries in the world are expected to have fertility rates above replacement levels. We're all sliding down that same demographic cliff. In Japan, the impacts are everywhere. There are an insane 9 million properties sitting empty across the country right now.
Alright, so as to that, I kind of wanted to talk about this too, because like there's like some misinformation happening here too. It's not because like the birth rate is declining. It's partially that too. So do you guys know that there's like only one prefecture that's currently popular right now in Japan? Do you guys know which prefecture that is? So Japan kind of looks like this, right? There's only one prefecture that's gaining population. Other than that, everybody's leaving. Do you know why that is? Is it India? Yeah, it's India. Yes, it's Tokyo. There's only one prefecture that's gaining population. Other than that, yeah, all the prefectures are experiencing people leaving their prefectures. It's the same everywhere. You can just look up some data too. But this is something everybody knows about. This is simply because whatever like place you're from, you just move to Tokyo eventually, right? Like all the young people want to go to Tokyo. Old people, they don't care. But young people, they watch TikTok and they watch YouTube and they just see all the cool people living in Tokyo, and this is what happens, right? So then they just all go to Tokyo. Then what happens is like a lot of like empty houses because they don't want to live here, right? So yeah, you go to the big city. It's more that they just like Tokyo. They just want to be that cool, people, right? And then because of that, like housing in Tokyo is like so expensive too. It's insane. It can be on par with American housing prices, actually. Cause like here, for example, in Chiba, like you can rent a whole house with a yard, and that's what $500. If you go to Tokyo, that's never possible. It's probably like $5,000 a month to rent a whole house with a yard in a central area, right? But yeah, this is all because of like again, they just all go to Tokyo. It's partially because of like people like not being born, but
across the country right now, and thousands of schools are being forced to close, which not only concentrates people in the cramped cities but also results in huge job losses. The truth is, this demographic death spiral is so bad that people aren't even trying to find partners anymore. In fact, nearly 30%.
Yeah, because people are virgins now. They just watch VTubers and they just watch anime girls. There's been cases of like a lot of online people that decided to virtually date VTubers or like so-called parasocial relationships, and they've been giving super chats to their favorite VTubers every day, and then they ejaculated so much that they've been actually believing that they are married to the VTuber, but the VTuber, it turns out the VTuber was dating this guy called and then she was even selling wedding rings and whatever, but then she got called out, so she crashed out, and then she got exposed by
of unmarried Japanese adults have never been in a single relationship. Compare this to America, where only 60% of young men are now single, double the rate for women. Dating apps have turned—
Wait, what? There's more versions in the States?
are now single, double the rate for women. Dating apps have turned relationships—
It's the incel thing. I mean, to be fair, a lot of Americans started dating anime girls too. Yeah, anime girls and VTubers and OnlyFans models, porn stars. There's more people in America, so it makes sense. They're talking about the rate. The number doesn't really change. It's the 30%. It has nothing to do with like how big the number is, right?
Relationship.
It's the virginity rate. So virginity, it's not about like being a virgin, but it's about like how the 30% of the people in Japan are single, whereas like in America it's like 60%.
To America, right? Where only 60% of young men are now single, double the rate for women. Dating apps have turned relationships into a commodity market where most women compete for the minority of men, leaving everyone else behind. Dating apps are also flooded with people who never actually want to meet. In fact, it's even hard to find a
Yeah, anime girl. Anime girl. I mean, I've never used Tinder, but I'm guessing like this is how it works. And there's like this freaking person that decided to put this anime girl. That's fire. Other than that, everybody's like using whatever filter, and everybody's like trying to be a cat, putting like hearts and stuff. That's wild. And somebody's like trying to be an anime girl. I'm pretty sure this girl got more guys than everybody else. Yeah, girls. Why do they want to be freaking like cats? I don't really get this. Is it better that way? Wait, I actually don't know anything about this. Do people actually get turned on just because they're cats? Are they furries? You can totally pull that off. Like me being a cat girl. I mean, I guess, but like I don't want to see cat girls like on Tinder. Because meow. Why? This is not really furry. Oh, wait. Wait, are you a real furry? Are you a real furry? Wait, let me check your channel. Let me check your channel. Wait, hold on. You have some pride in it. Wait, please be a furry. Are you a furry? Are you a furry? I wanna know. Deviant art, not really? Okay, then never mind.
Normal photo of anyone at all. And when dates do happen in real life, cultural conventions tend to get in the way for both Japanese people and outsiders. Casual meeting is seen as too forward. Formal dating is seen as too serious. There are so many barriers and the shame of failure is extreme.
I mean, again, because like they're just so into VTubers and anime girls. I'm not trolling, by the way. I seriously want you guys to like find versions in Japan, like single people in Japan. They all say like, well, I mean, I can just watch anime. They all say that, and it's kind of like a common thing now. And I've been kind of talking about this. There's like this professor that studies virgins in Japan, and he even said like anime and like VTubers are partially the problem. He even said that himself.
On top, which only pushes people towards a more dystopian virtual form of dating driven by virtual relationships. AI girlfriend apps have exploded.
Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people in Japan actually started dating AIs too, which I thought was freaking funny. So they cannot get girls, they cannot get guys. So what they decided to do was like they decided to use like this AI dating app, and they decided to touch themselves to their favorite AI anime girls. Yes, it's a thing now. It's a new thing. This is a recent thing, actually.
Exploded in popularity, but some companies have taken it to the next level. The Gatebox device offers a holographic companion named Azuma Hikari, who lives in a glass cylinder inside your living room. She'll text you throughout the day, controls your smart home devices, and provides emotional support whenever you need it. And since its release in 2016, the company has issued 4,000 marriage certificates to men who have wed their digital companions. While the West faces a dating crisis,
Wait, what's Gen Z again? What's the definition again? I forgot. Is it like people that are younger than 17? No. Wait, what's Gen Z again? I forgot the definition. Can somebody Google it and tell me? Okay, so people that are around 20 to 30? Okay, younger than 30. So a lot of you guys are Gen Z too, right? Okay. Then basically This article is calling you guys virgins and single. Wait. If you are virgin, say 1. If you are not virgin, say 2. I want to get the data here. Because you guys, a lot of you guys are Gen Z, right? So say 1 if you're a virgin, say 2 if you're not a virgin. 2 1 1 1 2 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1. 2 sadly. Dude, this person had sex and this person's like, oh, I'm not a virgin. That's unfortunate though, but I'm not a virgin. You get all the STDs. That's fire.
And just said screw it and industrialized the entire thing. The sex industry there isn't only about hooking up, it's about buying human connection. Host and hostesses bars where you literally pay someone to sit there, listen to your day, laugh at your terrible jokes, and act like they're interested in whatever boring stuff you want to talk about. As for Japanese women, there's this idea called the Christmas cake mentality. Women like Christmas cakes become undesirable after the 25th.
I'm not sure if people still have this mentality, but I've heard about it. Is it a famous concept? Not really, but I don't know, because like there are a lot of people that are into MILFs in Japan too, so.
Post to find a husband and start having babies before 26, or you're considered damaged goods.
Yeah, not sure if that concept still is a thing. I know it was a thing before. Now I don't know.
Many also need to work full-time because single incomes don't cut it anymore. The beauty standards that enforce
what women are Christmas cakes? So like the definition of like a Christmas cake is here. So if you guys don't know how that works, Christmas cake, right? Like so this is a Christmas cake, right? And what this means is here. So that's a Christmas cake. You eat Christmas cake only on the 25th or like maybe 24th, right? Right? 24th. So then after that, like nobody cares. Like let's say like January 14th. Nobody cares about this Christmas cake. Like nobody's gonna eat it. That's basically what it means. So like if you're young, you are a Christmas cake, right? And then if you're like older than 25, 26, then that means your prime time is like already over, so nobody cares. Like that's what a Christmas cake means. I don't know if it's still a thing because like some people are now talking about they like MILFs and whatever too. But I do know about that concept, yeah. I've heard of it myself.
Absolutely brutal. Double eyelid surgery has become so normal that parents give it as a high school graduation gift.
What? Wait. In Korea? No? Wait, I've never heard of that. It sounds more like Korea. That's what I thought too. I was like, wait, isn't that in Korea? I've never heard of that. No. In China, really? Huh. But I've never heard of that in Japan. No, because parents are strongly against plastic surgery and stuff here in Japan. They're strongly against it, especially the parents. Korea, Japan, same thing. I mean, I get it. Like all the chings and all the chongs, yeah, the chinchons, everybody's all the same. I get it too. But just in case, like I wanted to mention how it's a bit different between the ching and chons. Like I don't think we do it that much in Japan.
There are videos of girls as young as 9 being put through cosmetic procedures mostly to make them look more Western. Skin whitening products dominate every drugstore with names like Snow Angel and Pure Ivory. Having plain skin signals you're refined, wealthy, marriage material.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Alright, so my mom is like extremely pale. And I got that gene myself. I got like those genes too, right? So I'm extremely pale for an Asian guy in Japan. I stand out for being really, really pale. Because of that, I rizzed up some girls without me rizzing them up. Like some girls like came up to me and they were like, "Oh my gosh, like your skin's like so pale. What do you do?" And I told them I play Roblox and I Fortnite and I touch myself to porn, and they blocked me. But that has happened so many times. Even on my channel too. A lot of Japanese girls like even like asking me like, "Hey, what do you do?" I usually tell them like I watch porn, and I watch hentai gay porn. I've been watching a lot of like anal fuck porn, and I ejaculated the other day. They usually block me.
Feel like you're stuck in a habit you don't even think about? Maybe it's something you reach for during stressful moments while hanging out with friends or just out of boredom. I've been there. That's why I was excited to try Fume, and honestly it's been a game changer. Fume, the sponsor of today's video, isn't another vape people have already hopper.com/moon or scan the QR code on screen to grab yours today. You can get even weirder though.
You should never said that to Japanese women, never. Yo, hold on. Are there girls? Wait, are there girls? Wait, if there are girls, let me know. Are there girls? Yo, are there girls? Tell me. Are there girls? Yo, are you a girl? Yes? Yo. I watch gay porn and I touch myself to all the hot videos on YouTube. Especially I get hard when I see an ass and I ejaculate.
Japan has an entire industry based around renting friends, family members, or co-workers. The famous German film and documentary maker Werner Herzog followed one of these companies called Family Romance, which employs 1,200 actors who can play any role you need. Some roles are never supposed to end. For example, the founder was hired by a mother to play the father of a 12-year-old girl for several years. One client who hired a wife and daughter seems happy for the company. They have regular meals together, creating the illusion of family life for someone whose real family is gone. Just think about this for a second. A grown man paying actors to pretend to be his family, eating dinner with them night after night, knowing it's all fake but preferring it to the alternative, which is eating alone. It shows the extremes Japan has resorted to fix something people can relate to everywhere. It all feels profoundly Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it too, but it's a business. So, you know, I mean, porn's not real, but a lot of people watch porn and they jerk off to porn, and their dick gets damaged too. Isn't that sad? Dude, like, a lot of you guys freaking watch porn and hentai too, and you guys freaking think anime and hentai is all real. And then, isn't that sad? Like, that's even sadder than actually renting friends. You guys watch porn.
Is yet so very recognizable.
Nah, porn makes my dick stronger. Yeah, look at this dude. He thinks porn makes his dick stronger. But, like, he then realizes, after he jerks off, like, his dick gets super soft, and he just goes like, my dick is weaker now. Yeah, he will eventually come down to this realization of, like, how his dick isn't that strong. But right now he believes his dick is strong because he have an erection. But he's just stricken it now, right now. After he's done, it's gonna get super soft, and then he's gonna realize that porn's not really making him strong, but porn's making his dick hard, and he thinks it's like strong because muscles, right?
Compare that to the West, where we're doing the exact same things but with extra steps and often more guilt. Where we have parasocial relationships with online influencers.
Yeah, this is like accurate as fuck. This part, that's accurate. I've been saying this. This is the biggest problem in Japan.
Huge explosions in things like OnlyFans and campsites.
This thing.
Where you can watch your favorite streamers sleep. It seems like we're all starting to buy the same product that Japan is, but we're just less direct about admitting it. So why has it come to this? Why is Japan's extreme culture destroying its youth and ultimately the entire country? Well, we can find some answers in Japan's notoriously brutal workplace. Japan's economic miracle, which started in the 60s and saw its economy grow by some 10% every year for over a decade, was built on a simple promise. Work hard, be loyal to your company, and
I just turned in and stream is about gay porn and dick destruction. Dude, like, some people will be so confused because, like, we are now watching this video uploaded by Moon, and it's apparently a serious video, and the title is whatever. I forget, like, what the title for this stream is, but yeah, now we are talking about gay porn and dick being destroyed and, like, porn making my penis stronger and whatever, like nothingness. I don't know, man. You just witnessed what it's like to talk to guy friends at school. By the way, if there are any girls, guys pretty much talk about this 24/7 when girls are not around. Like, I'm serious. I'm not trolling. This is what guys always talk about 24/7. And then you might be thinking like, well, that's gross, but that's what guys do. That's what guys do. They freaking talk about porn and their dicks being hard.
you will be rewarded with a job for life, a decent salary, and social respect. However,
Is that true, Chai? Yeah, guys talk about their dicks being hard, what porn they watched, and that girl's hot, and that girl's ass is huge.
this promise has been thoroughly broken in recent years. The American dream promised the exact same thing. Work hard, get a degree, buy a house, support a family. Now you need multiple jobs to afford rent, let alone home ownership.
Oof. Living in New York sucks now.
The social contract is breaking down everywhere. To understand why, you have to go back to the 1980s when everyone thought Japan was gonna take over the world. Japanese companies were buying up Manhattan real estate and Hollywood studios. Business schools were teaching Japanese management techniques because they felt it would dominate everything. People like Steve Jobs marveled at Japan's product engineering.
It's funny, the group of people that do not use quality in their marketing are the Japanese. You never see them using quality in their marketing. It's only the American companies that do. And yet, if you ask people on the street which products have the best reputation for quality, they will tell you the Japanese products. Now, why is that? How could that be? The answer is because customers don't form their opinions on quality from marketing. They don't form their opinions on quality from who won the Deming Award or who won the Baldrige Award. They
As soon as I don't know anything about this, but maybe
their opinions on quality from their own experience with the products or the services.
The country seemed unstoppable, but then the bubble burst in 1991 and Japan entered what economists called the lost decade.
Toyota. Like, as to that, I don't know, like, if Japanese products have, like, good, if Japanese products are high quality or not. I cannot really say much. Maybe like Japanese products are bad quality, but maybe like American products are better. As to that, I seriously don't know.
Decades. 30 years of economic stagnation that continues to this day. Property values collapsed, the banks failed, and companies started mass layoffs. But instead of adapting, Japan doubled down. The corporate hierarchy remained, the work culture just intensified to make up the difference.
Oh, the work culture! This is my favorite part. Let's go, everybody. Are there any Tokyo fake salarymen out there? Or do you guys ever run like fake channels? If so, like, let's just watch this and let's just talk about how to run our next channel. I want to do a fake Tokyo salaryman channel too myself. I want to just like, go to Tokyo and film myself like taking trains and randomly show my ass and get donations.
Through Shimbashi Station at 2 a.m. today, and it's very common to see men in suits strewn across the roads.
I still have to say this. It's common? Is it? It's not common. Like, it's not common. We sometimes like see it too, and we freaking meme about them. Yeah, like, it's not common. It's not like everywhere.
Sidewalks. These are Japan's salarymen, office workers who've collapsed on the streets, sometimes from exhaustion, sometimes from alcohol.
No, they're just usually drunk as fuck. It's not exhaustion. They're drunk as fuck because they like to drink somehow, and they drink a lot and they freaking pass out. Like, that's really what that is. Like, nothing else.
Mixture of the two. Until everyone had a camera on their phone, most probably wouldn't have imagined the carnage brought upon Japan's richest districts at night. But that's exactly what it looks like, with bodies.
That's rich. I'm Japanese salaryman, I'm dead. Nice.
Slumped on the roadside, vomit on the floors, police dragging people off the metro platforms, and rubbish piled up and overflowing out of the bins. In some cases, these salarymen will be returning from—
How many Japanese people watch this channel? It's in English, so nobody watches this channel. I really have to talk about this. Like, some of you guys freaking forget the fact how people in Japan speak Japanese. Some of you guys out there, people in Japan speak English. No. It's really rare for you to find any people that speak English in Japan. So like, if you are ever curious, like, hi, is this channel famous? Is it in English or is it in Japanese? If the answer is like, oh, it's only in English, nobody watches that channel. Because everybody in Japan speaks Japanese only. That's it. Like, that's it, really. Any Japanese people in the chat? Yeah, like how everybody's like Japanese and typing in English. That's like really how it works. Long story short, Japanese people speak Japanese only. There are some people that speak English, but they're rare as fuck. Like, really. They're rare as fuck. You are not famous. I'm not famous. I'm not well known or anything. Like, nobody knows about me. Nobody knows I exist. Like, in Japan, speaking English itself is a huge skill. Here, in Japan. Like, that itself can mean you're the chosen one in Japan. Like people instantly assume you're a genius if you're Japanese, right? And I'm not really bragging about myself here, but that's kind of who I am too in Japan. Like just because I speak English, just because I talk to foreigners, I guess, people assume I'm a genius, I'm a prodigy. And just because I can speak English, I can translate, I can work with English speaking people or Japanese people. A lot of Japanese people believe I'm a genius, I'm a prodigy. Like my IQ has to be 139,000. Like they legit believe it, right? But then in reality, I'm talking about gay porn and like dicks being huge and hard on the internet. So then like you notice, it's obvious that it has nothing to do with my intelligence. It's just all about me spitting out pee pee poo poo. So I've been telling all the Japanese people too, like me being able to speak English has nothing to do with like me being intelligent. It's just that I can talk about pee pee poo poo, my dick being hard in English, that's it. And they still don't believe it, but that's really how it is.
Nomikai, mandatory corporate drinking sessions that aren't really optional if you want to keep your job. The rules are bizarre and deeply hierarchical. Junior employees must constantly refill their seniors' glasses but never pour their own drinks. You're expected to match your boss' drink for...
This is the culture 20 years ago. A lot of the companies now, they don't really do this. I wanted to mention this. It's still a thing at very traditional places, but a lot of like companies stopped doing this recently. Because it became a problem in Japan too. Like a lot of young people started basically voicing their opinions, saying like, this is stupid, this is shit, what the fuck? And then yeah, they don't really do this anymore. They cannot, actually.
Drink, even if he's twice your size and has been doing this
for decades. They cannot really do this anymore. That's like what was a thing like 20 years ago.
Leaving before your superior is considered deeply insulting. Some stay out all night until...
Yeah, like, I know Japanese drinking culture gets mentioned. I've never done that myself. Like, so when I was like 24, it was never a thing worthy. Like, people kind of stopped doing it because they thought it was toxic. This video is outdated. Yeah, so that's kind of like the whole thing I wanted to talk about. A lot of the things like that get talked about in this video are from like 2012, like 2008, 9, 7, around that time, I feel like.
First train starts running again at 5 a.m. It's not uncommon to head into clinics for an IV drip of electrolytes.
So like, is it true about Japan? Yes, it was kind of like this. Like, a lot of the things that get mentioned here were true 20 years ago. Now it's a bit different. Like, a lot of Japanese people just are anime virgins. Like, they watch anime, they watch porn, hentai, their dicks get hard for VTubers. And are they sad? Maybe not compared to before, because they are happy talking to their favorite VTubers parasocially. And yeah, it's a bit different now. So I'm never drunk. I don't drink at all. Sometimes I do, but...
nutrients to somehow function at work the next day. Look at this one, which advertises itself for those in Tokyo seeking quick recovery after social drinking events.
Right.
Those with fatigue and dehydration after alcohol consumption. Or this one, recommended for those who have consumed too much alcohol. Travelers have been heading to 7-Eleven shops and pointing out the huge selection of colorful bottles the Japanese...
But the thing about it is, they kind of have everything. So I don't know. They kind of have everything. It's not just like only alcohol. They have like a vitamin B, C, whatever drinks, and then they have like Monster Energy. They have everything. So it's not just like only alcohol. I wanted to mention that here. If you go to a convenience store, they usually have like this section, and then you can kind of take any nutritions as much as you want. So yeah, I would love if those bottles are just extra turmeric and watered down curry. I feel like that's a thing in Japan too.
Invented to cure hangovers, but that's sometimes not enough, because for those who can't handle it, there's always karoshi.
I think I talked about this before too. A lot of you guys talk about karoshi, but I've never still like witnessed any cases myself yet, right? Yeah, there's that word. I don't know. So again, like this whole thing, like that gets like a lot of the things that get mentioned here were true. Like karoshi, whatever thing, and it still might be a thing in Japan too, but I don't hear this at all. Even on the internet, I don't hear this in the Japanese side of the internet, right? So I don't really know.
literally meaning death from overwork.
Yeah.
Thousands of families file compensation claims annually for people dying from their jobs.
I don't know. It even says like 7 years ago here too, but like I wanted to kind of mention how I don't hear this anymore. Yeah, Showa. I don't know. I don't think it's like a Showa thing. I remember it was like something I heard when I was like 17. So maybe not Showa, because I heard it growing up too. But is it a thing now? No. Because like when people are tired, they just freaking quit. So like what I wanted to talk about is, you know how people just suddenly disappear in Japan? Yes, that's a thing. That's a thing, right? People suddenly disappear when they don't like something. This part that I got mentioned here, that's more like what's happening in Japan. They just disappear. They don't just die because they have to work. They don't do that anymore. They ditch everything. They ditch everything and they basically become hikomoris. They never touch grass, and they start dating their favorite VTubers parasocially, right?
The real number is much higher.
State broadcast.
Because you can't quit in Japan, really. Japanalysis, I think he made a video about it too. I kind of wanted to watch it too.
NHK revealed one of its reporters, 31-year-old Miwa Sato, had died from heart failure after working near 14-hour days. It took 4 years for NHK to announce Sato's death. Parents accused the network of a cover-up.
The reality is that in Japan, workers are working ridiculous hours.
American labor activist Louis Codler says such sacrifice is seen as a virtue here.
There's a strong cultural norm that you have to devote everything to the company, and you're a corporate warrior, and I think that's what really
some traditional companies really are like this. Yes,
pushes people over the edge.
Yeah,
we might call it burnout, but the reality is that most people in the West don't actually work much less than the Japanese anymore. And
yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about this too. Like, you know how Americans show up and they say like, Japanese people work a lot. But from my perspective, Americans work definitely a lot more. That's from my experience seeing Americans. Americans don't really have like any time off recently. Like, they work so much. But it's more that Americans have to work now. Like, they need money, right? I work may more. Yeah, that's basically what I mean. Like here, Americans work way more than Japanese people. But then like Japanese people get mentioned in the competition of like who works the most. I have sex with my mom. So like, I don't know, man. Like Americans, you cannot really say like Japanese people work more. Americans work more, 100%.
in the West don't actually work much less than the Japanese anymore, and we're catching up rapidly. And at least the Japanese have more public and legal holidays than Americans, with 16 national holidays compared to America's 12 federal holidays. And the US is still one of the only industrialized nations with no statutory minimum requirement for paid vacation days, while Japan guarantees up to 20 annual leave days by law depending on years of service. So maybe the health problems we're seeing from overwork in Japan are something we can look forward to down the line too. However, Japan has always had a really extreme work culture by
I know a lot of Japanese that take days off all the time. Can't do that in the States. I thought you can do it easily in the States. In Japan, yeah, some people do it, some people just don't, because they feel like they shouldn't. I don't know how that works.
Is valued and rejecting it is viewed as impolite. Progress comes from sacrifice, and some companies go too far by deliberately exploiting these values. They're called black companies, which are technically legal but engage in business practices that would be illegal elsewhere in the world. One former employee decided to document his experience working for one of these companies, filming his daily routine and explaining the system from the inside. The footage follows him through a typical day, leaving for work before dawn, working a 12-hour shift, eating dinner alone while his family sleeps.
Hold on. What channel is it? Wait, what channel is it? Wait, hold on. Wait. Is it one of those things? Wait, hold on. What channel is it? Wait, hold on.
His experience working for one of these companies, filming his daily routine and explaining the system from the inside. The footage follows him through a typical day, leaving for work before dawn, working a 12-hour shift, eating dinner alone while his family sleeps.
Hold on. The salary man. Yeah, wait, hold on. Sunrise Daddy. I'm not saying this channel's fake. I'm not saying this channel's fake. It might be true. It might be true. I'm not saying this channel is fake. No, hold on. Before laughing at this channel, no. This channel really might be spitting out some truth. We shouldn't just assume everything's fake. We shouldn't do that. But yeah, again, we shouldn't just keep thinking everything's fake. You guys are being bullies. Like, we shouldn't say it's fake. There's no proof of like what's fake and what's not fake, right? No. We shouldn't think like that. Even though I thought about some videos like that kind of became popular recently. We shouldn't assume it's fake. You're laughing at me. Hold on, I'm actually curious like how much money this channel is making a month. There's like this plugin that you can use to figure out how much money a channel makes. So this channel makes, let's see, about $300 a month. Okay, but maybe there's donations and stuff. He's living his best life and you're laughing, dude.
Think kids think when they become aware of all of this? What's their rational response? Don't engage with any of it.
By the way, all the kids are probably playing like Roblox and Pokemon or something.
Any of it. Over 300,000 Japanese students have simply stopped attending school. They've decided the entire system is just pointless. Some gather at Tokyo Plaza where there's hundreds of kids essentially homeless and living in mango cafes. And you can see them talking to salarymen late at night. Again, people probably
I kinda tell it's a child. A lot of girls there, they try to act really young, but they usually are like 30-something. No, I know it looks like you might be thinking like that's a young girl, but it usually it's not the case in Shinjuku, like Okubo Koen, like that part of the town. Usually it's like 30-something. But yeah, like Japanese girls do look young to you guys. I noticed. Like from my perspective, it's like obvious sometimes, but I don't know. You know what? I'm just guessing things. They're acting like minors. That's the beauty standard here. I think I talked about it too, but in the West, like girls want to be sexy and mature, right? In Japan, they want to be cute. They want to be like pure, right? So then they kind of go for the fashion sense, right? Like it's really hard to explain, but it's a cultural difference, I guess.
Late at night. Again, people probably don't think of truancy when they think of Japan, a country known for its discipline. One observer walking through the area documented what he found.
Right there, you see them? Some of them, they're like sleeping on the floor.
Kids sleeping rough. Like there's like a girl dressed up as a maid there just hanging out on the floor.
That's just so wild.
They're homeless kids who have come from the countryside. Okay.
And they're just looking for.
It's not homeless kids. It's more that like they just really didn't like to stay with their parents, and then they want to look for friends, and they hear about this place called Toyoko, and they just go there. Yeah, and then they just go like, oh, if I come here, maybe I can make friends. Then
companies, like friends. Oh, you could say like 14 to 18.
Yeah.
You could be any age, doesn't matter.
13 too,
like
yeah.
Akihabara. Anyone can be accepted in this town. So you can be homeless, you can be hooker, you can be a gambler, you can be a yakuza, doesn't matter. you can be here.
When children or adults turn to homelessness or otherwise reject traditional Japanese society, it's irreversible. The shame is too much for the family to handle and they shut their doors, and there's often no way back. Kids who aren't on the streets often disappear into virtual worlds. Gaming addiction affects nearly 20% of Japanese youth, but calling it addiction misses the point. These kids know that their digital achievements are safer than the real ones. The isekai anime genre has exploded, roughly
Dude, why do you guys watch those isekai animes too? Is it because you want to feel like you're like the main protagonist and you want to relate to it? I've been wanting to ask you guys this too. You guys freaking watch those like isekai whatever stuff too? I don't, are you sure? No? I hate isekai genre. Mushoku Tensei is my favorite. What is Mushoku Tensei again? I keep hearing that too. Too much main character cope. No, I play my. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the rhythm game. That thing, right? That's my. I wonder why PlayStation and Nintendo existed. I always thought it was boring. I'm the protagonist of my own story. I mean, sure. Fellow my player. Oh, dude, there's another my player. You guys should probably meet up and fuck. ルーデウス知ってないっすね。
Translating as born in another world. These are stories about ordinary people transported to fantasy worlds where they actually matter. It's a subtle difference to normal fantasy, as the theme here is escaping to somewhere else where you know you have a chance. Compare that to real life, where you can follow every rule perfectly and still end up collapsed on a sidewalk from exhaustion, with no kids, no family, and no real purpose. While other countries try to solve or deny their dysfunction, they turn theirs into an art form, creating manga, anime, and video games that don't just depict social...
Okay, one thing I have to mention is like how you can see boobs, you can see tits at a convenience store, right? No. I have to admit that it's a thing. Yeah, you go to a convenience store, you can see tits. Yes. It's really a thing, yeah. There's like so many convenience stores in Japan and they usually have like magazines and whatever. This part is like really true. It's still a thing. They got rid of it like 2 years ago. Was it like 4 years ago? I remember they got rid of it because of like Tokyo Olympics. All the tits were gone from Japan. And then suddenly all the tits are back again. That was funny. Like all the tits and like all the sacks were freaking everywhere.
Isolation.
They got rid of it in 2021 when Tokyo Olympics happened. But then after that, they all came back. All the tits showers and all the ass showers came back and they were showing asses and tits.
But celebrate and monetize it. What's so fascinating when you walk around parts of Japan is how the physical environment seems to mirror all of this social dysfunction. Take the sheer density of vending machines, for instance. Japan has 5 million of them. That's one for every 25 people. You can buy hot coffee, cold beer, fresh flowers for birthdays and funerals.
Beer, really?
Even in
right.
Meals without ever having to speak to anyone. We're already getting there in our own way though, with self-service checkouts everywhere, Uber Eats and groceries delivered to your doorstep, and fewer places to actually go out and socialize. People are working remotely more than ever. Nearly half of Americans live day to day without seeing anyone face to face. And yet Japan is still worse than everywhere else. The entire place is built to just be alone, to eat by yourself, to do all activities by yourself. The idol industry is another which tells us about how humans have become commodities. People are obsessed with them and the industry preys on it. For one group called AKB...
Ah! That's ice cream! Mi-chan, hi, nani ga suki? Chocominto yorimo anata. Mi-chan, hi, nani ga suki? Yeah, that's ice cream, yeah.
For one group called AKB48, the more records...
Ice cream? You don't know the song? Are you serious? Wait, it's this thing. Ruby-chan, hi, nani ga suki? Yeah, this thing, yeah. It's yeah, that thing. So
praise on it. For one group called AKB48, the more records fans purchase, the more opportunities they have to shake hands with the band members. One fan bought 3,000 CDs in support of his favorite act, going into debt in the process just to get more chances at these brief encounters. Over 10,000.
Yeah, there were so many versions like that really wanted to shake hands with like their favorite idols so that they can go home and touch themselves to the smell of or the scent of the hands. But by the way, I'm not trolling. Sort of the manipulated. I'm doing fine, but thank you so much for that. It was really a thing, and that was funny. Like, so many people were so serious about it too. Yeah.
Teenage girls are idols and counting, and the underground scene gets even more intense. Underground idols appear at shady venues, sometimes for small audiences, and face insane work commitments. Dating bans are enforced because they're necessary for idols to win the support of male fans.
Yeah, like some idol groups like definitely ban like dating. Yeah, that was a thing for AKB48. A lot of VTubers. Oh, actually, do you guys think VTuber girls have boyfriends or not? I can talk about something here. Do you guys think VTubers are in relationships? Yes. I like how you said no. Big letters. No. Of course they do. Hidden boyfriends. From my experience, 90% of VTubers, let's say 90%, there are like some actual versions there too. 90% of VTubers either have like really close guy friends or in a relationship with somebody, but maybe not that public, or just like hardcore married and whatever. 90% of them, like, as far as I know, are like that. Yes. Some are married, yeah, but they don't talk about it. They act like they don't, yeah, you know. That's really a thing. And source are from what I've seen. From what I've seen, right? I do videos with like this lady called Rin Kakshaku. She's a VTuber herself, and when I'm friends with her, she's friends with like other VTubers too. I get the information from like their friend group too sometimes, and then yeah, from what I've seen, it's like 90%. Yes, but they never say it in public, and especially in Japan, it's so common. Yeah, they never say it. If they say they're married, then almost no earnings. I kinda don't know if that's what happens, but at the same time, I feel like that's how it is too. I don't really know. Oh yeah, Sora's friends with Rin. The Sims must be mad. Dude, just because I was like friends with Rin-san, some of like her fans actually sent like a long message to Rin-san saying like Sora trolls out there trying to fuck Rin-san's pussy, and I was like, why would I want to fuck Rin-san's pussy? That was really interesting. This one fan, like, so seriously, it's like, you know, this lady Rin Kakshaku, I'm gonna publicly say it one more time, Rin Kakshaku, she's my business friend. Like business YouTuber friend, as in I don't do anything with her outside of YouTube at all. Like I don't even talk to her. When I talk to her, it's like YouTube related. So then like everybody knows about it. Like all my friends know, like she's just like my business partner, and that's it, right? I don't talk about any real life things. I don't even know her phone number yet, because I've been saying no, I don't care. So the thing is like yeah, like her fans don't see it like that. So one of her fans sent her a long message basically saying like, what, this Sora troll guy is out there trying to get close to you, and he's even trying to have sex with you so that you can get hate and you can get canceled. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wait. If I have sex with this lady, she's gonna get cancelled because I smell so bad, or what the fuck is this situation? That was really interesting. So having sex in Japan is illegal. That's a super simp, yeah. Which I thought was funny. So I made fun of it for like 10 hours actually, non-stop. I laughed so hard at it with Rin-san too, and it was funny. So trying to network, like as much as like you guys think like Rin-san's whatever, I don't seriously see her that way at all. Like 0% of chance. She's been saying this too, like on her channel, because like some people legit thought like there were things happening, and I didn't want any people to think like there are things going on with her and me. I've been saying that forever. She's been saying that forever. I'd rather actually fuck my dad's ass than her, because I feel like my dad is like, kind of hot too in a way. What the fuck?
They work whenever their bosses need them to, do whatever they want, and are often binded by contracts they cannot break. When you zoom out, you see the symptoms are just everywhere. Young adults are living with parents because rent consumes their futures. People find themselves swiping through dating apps for months without ever actually meeting anyone. Jobs grind people down.
What the fuck just entered my ears? Dude, can I actually talk about something? When I used to live at my previous house, when the whole like dad drama thing didn't happen, I used to scream. That was like in 2019, right? I used to scream like, I want to fuck my dad in English, right? I used to live with my dad, right? And like I thought I was being hilarious, but then I noticed my dad kind of speaks English. Yeah, maybe he actually thought like I wanted to have sex with him. Fuck. Maybe that's why he freaking caused like that drama thing.
And barely cover their basic expenses. Japan's dystopian solutions might be more creative and extreme, as that's in their cultural DNA, but in some way there's still solutions. While walking out of a job or cutting ties with family is an extremely difficult thing for most,
no, it was easy as fuck for me. It was easy. I mean, it was easy to quit my job too. It was just instant. Cutting ties with family, dude, it was like freaking like, it was instant. Like my dad caused problems and I just said like, fuck this, and that was it. So I don't really know, and I'm talking about this from my experience.
For some, it's just pragmatic, it's survival. It's why Japan is just a beta test for our coming future dystopia. It isn't some exotic warning from the future, it's Tuesday in Tokyo, and it might be coming to a city near you. And thank you Fume for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check them out using the link in the description below.
Nice, he does Patreon. Long story short, some of it is true, some of it is not true, but a lot of like the information here I mentioned, a lot of the information here was true 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and mostly this video is like made out of like all the things like that got mentioned like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Even the AKB thing, AKB bit that got mentioned, that was like again like when I was 18, so that's like 16 years ago too. So what I wanted to mention is like a lot of the things that I see here happened like at least 15 years ago, and some of it is partially true, but if you think a lot of it is still like this in Japan, then I'm not sure if it's the same, but I'm not gonna say it's entirely wrong. It was really like this for sure at some point in Japan. So I'm not gonna say it's a lie, it's a BS. It's probably true, but am I gonna say like it's completely accurate as to what's happening in Japan? Maybe not. It's kind of like again, like when America was really cheap 10 years ago for Japanese people. America's really cheap, but then it's like different, right? America's suddenly insanely expensive and Japan's like really, really cheap. Suddenly it flipped. So it changes like after 10 years. And that's kind of like what this video is about too. And then I'm gonna end the video here because, not the video, I'm gonna end the stream here because I want to do a membership stream, and then I can just get my work done. So let me just read comments for 3 minutes. If you're a member, I'll do a membership stream. If you're not a member, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. So talk actual citizens about this kind of thing. Maybe. Takashi from Japan is kind of like the best channel for that too. How's school? I passed the test recently. I still have to go to school for 2 more weeks. Don't remove this stream. I'll leave it up for one day, maybe. Depends. 3 months. I speedrun it. Even the teachers are so shocked. Why did you lose your license? I didn't renew it, and in Japan, if you didn't renew your license for a year, it just completely gets expired. You have to start from scratch, and that's what happened to me. So I was like, fuck. You passed? Yeah, dude, I passed it. I didn't even fail, even once. Like there were like 12 different classes. I passed every single test at one try, and I passed the test too, and I'm going to the second phase. So, and I'm a straight A student, actually. I scored a full mark too on the recent test. And I was like, wow, I know I've been studying and I knew I had a license people, but like a full mark? I was like, what the? That's crazy. Very Asian, yeah. Even among all the Asians in Japan, I'm the most Asian ever. I was like, that's fire. Outside streaming, I hope I can get my license back soon, so after that. No, I will not. I thought I was learning quality stuff about Japan, but the guy teaching me one thing is that I can't maintain a license. Dude, it's not like I couldn't maintain a license. They didn't notify me, but it's still like my fault for not knowing. And then what happened was, like, now my license is completely expired, so I have to freaking start from scratch. But yeah, either way. And me wanting to bang a VTuber, I don't know if I ever said that. Oh, hitting on VTubers, I don't know if I ever said that. You know how a lot of people hit on VTubers, like a Saikuno? I still don't really see why they do it. Because VTubers are anime, right? They don't exist. In real life, they are entirely different people. I don't really know, like, if I see any attraction. Can we have sex, Sora? Can you guys, like, all look at this comment and make fun of him? Can we just, like, make fun of him now? I pinned it. VTubers all kinda knack. That's what I think too. So I don't really know why people get horny for those VTubers. How hard is going to Tokyo with a license? There are trains, so it's easy, but yeah. Who gets horny? Well, some people get turned on watching VTubers and they're fake boobs, and I don't know how that can happen. How affordable Chiba? I rent here on average is like $500, and if you try super hard, it can be $300. Food is like $100 if you try super hard. You can survive for $700 a month in Chiba. 2D is better than 3D. Fight me. Nice. Alright, so it's been 3 minutes. I'm gonna end the stream here now. Bye bye everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow or in 2 days. Tomorrow actually. I'm gonna do a stream about something tomorrow too. And if you're a member, I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. If you're not, tomorrow. Bye bye.